Every kid has this desire to be loved, and every kid has a desire to know what the future might hold.
They're looking for meaning, they're looking for purpose, they're looking for something of eternal significance to believe in, whether they realize it or not.
Young Life is a non-denominational Christian outreach ministry that's been around since 1941. It's all over the world.
Our mission is to introduce students to Jesus Christ and help them grow in their faith.
We need more churches, and we need more ministry organizations that cling to the name of Jesus Christ to reach this county for Christ. I'm excited about Young Life.
What I like about Young Life is how engaging they are to kids who typically aren't in the church.
Young Life is about an individual Christian adult going into the worlds of kids for one kid at a time.
Young Life is the arm of the church that reaches out to students who would never step foot into an actual church building.
We do that by going to where they are.
We enter into the worlds of kids and invest hundreds and hundreds of hours of developing relationships in hopes of building trust and earning the right to be heard.
We are local missionaries who go wherever kids happen to be.
Being a Young Life leader is really about just meeting kids where they're at. We go to their football games, the volleyball games, pep rallies, and just really walk through their lives with them.
What I've seen is that Young Life leaders, they don't criticize our students. They engage our students. They don't try to fix them. They just accept them for who they are. And I've seen that approach has really changed the lives of many of our students.
It's been wonderful to see not just the impact that it's had on our daughters, but the impact that it's had on our students here at the high school as well.
You're dealing with kids that you can see so much potential in. It's like you can see their future for them. An incredible, bold future, when sometimes they can't see that for themselves.
Young Life for middle school kids is very appropriately named Wyld Life.
Young Life's not just for junior high and high school kids, but it's such a great job reaching out to college students, and not only reaching them, but also equipping them and sending them.
They reach out to the Texas State University students, giving them a place to belong, but also helping them become leaders, reaching out to junior high and high school students in the community.
Being a leader in college has given me an outlet for my faith. It's a way for me to live for something other than myself while in college.
I keep running into leaders who have been impacted by Young Life in some way, and I know I have. Even when I was in college, Young Life had an impact on my life, and so I desire to support them as much as I can.
Going to where kids are is not something you do once a week or once a month. It's something you do day in and day out.
Sometimes we can go up to the high school and it can be awkward and you get rejected. We encourage our leaders, show up again and keep showing up and be consistent. Because consistency and faithfulness will lead to trust, and only when we've gained trust have we earned the right to share with them the greatest news in the world.
First, I didn't know how I would fit in as a Wyld Life leader. I was a little concerned because I'm a little bit older, a lot older, but just showing up, having a good time with those guys, their walls started coming down, we began to grow, it was a lot of fun.
I just love the authenticity of Young Life and just meeting kids right where they are.
We just try to pursue kids the way God pursues us, relentlessly.
Life Club is controlled chaos. It's like a party with a purpose. Club happens once a week, every Monday night.
It's crazy games, crazy skits, crazy characters, kids acting crazy. It's messy.
We do all these crazy things at Club that make it so fun, and kids just love to come back for more. See what we got next week.
At Club, we try to provide a platform to share the gospel with the kids. We have a lot of fun. It's kind of crazy and amazing, but at the end, we do share the love of Jesus.
Young Life Camp is so wonderful for so many of these kids, that having the time of their lives in places they've maybe never ever been.
We promise kids that camp will be the best week of their lives, and it is. not just because they get to have fun and adventure, but because they get to hear and respond to the good news of Jesus Christ in a way that they can really relate to.
The wonder of Young Life Camp is to get the kids out of their crazy environments at home and allows them a place to hear from God.
Camp is so much fun. You get to go rappelling, jump off this 40-foot platform. This wicked slide is so fun at the swimming pool. And then you get to go on this breakfast ride, riding horseback in the mountains, and the food is amazing.
We got to climb a mountain to 13,000 feet with 400 other kids.
Whatever camp you go to, when club starts, the kids come running in and they all want to get a front row seat. There's lots of fun, there's lots of laughter.
Our speaker was so captivating and so good. He did a great job of progressing the kids through the gospel message and then bringing them to a relationship with Christ.
I've been to Wyld Life Camp for the last 2 years, and it's been a lot of fun. The kids have a great time. I have a great time. I get a really good nap when I get home because I'm exhausted.
Campaigners is a Bible study for kids that want to take their relationship further along with the Lord.
You know, Campaigners really does change lives. You can see it as you watch them sit around in their small group and study the gospel.
And they're allowed to look around and ask questions, and they're there with their friends in a safe environment. These kids are learning how to follow Christ. They're learning how to be like Christ.
It's for us with a calling to go to kids and say, I've got the good news that will change your life forever.
All that we do is about change lives, and I know that because my life has been changed through Young Life.
It has forever changed the lives of our daughters, and we're so grateful for the ministry of Young Life.
We don't try to change kids. We don't try to shame them. We just try to love them into the kingdom.
If they respond to the gospel, that's incredible. We really want to help them grow in their faith. But if they don't, we're still going to love them.
We get to know them and call them by name just like God knows us and calls us by name. Man, it doesn't get any sweeter than that.
For me, to be a part of that journey with them is a huge privilege.
We want to enter into the worlds of kids and say, you know what? You are worth it. And I want to get to know you, build a relationship with you. And I hope that one day I get to share with you that the God of the universe loves you like crazy.